Live. I'm checking it
We're
out.
live?
Yeah. Hello,
Yeah.
everybody.
What up? All right.
Anybody's there
I'm
with
doing this
us?
early.
Recording in progress.
Nice. Gotta do it. All right. Twitch is good.
The hell? Okay.
There's a better way to
Audio.
check this than just refreshing YouTube over and over. Like, this doesn't feel like it's the way.
What do you mean? What?
Like, when I try to see if we're live, I want to make sure we're live before we start. But it just doesn't. I'm just clicking on our profile on YouTube and just refreshing until, okay, here it is. Yeah, there's a better way to
Audio.
check this. There we go. We're in and
We
we're
in?
ready. Yeah, we're good.
All right, dude.
Hit it. We're in.
Okay.
Am
I sound
checking
okay?
I think you sound great.
All right.
Seriously.
All right. We going. Twitch, YouTube, what up? You're here. I'm sweating. Dude, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. My name is Mark,
I'm Vic.
and we are To Live and Talk in LA. We're back, baby.
We're back. Minor
One
break.
week- 1 week is a short and a long time, both at the same time. I'm playing both sides of the coin here, both sides of the fence. It was short and long.
It is. And it's like, and then you find yourself on that day, last Wednesday, I was like, man, look at all this time I have. I just like, it just feels like it goes by like a blur, but it also is like, man, I'm missing something this week. It feels weird,
You were
Good to be
missing
back.
me.
Yeah, seriously. You were out and about. You were where were you again, or why'd you couldn't you make it?
I was in a place called the Philippines.
Of course. That's pretty
Phil-
cool.
It was a week trip to the Philippines, and
It was weak.
it was a week.
Got it. Just to clarify, because that's
Just to
that's a very different story.
Because honestly, maybe we'll be going viral in the Philippines soon. I try to make an impression there for my people, for the Pinoys and the Pinays.
Were you getting good feedback there in person when you were doing it? How was the crowd?
It was just my family.
Oh, so they loved you.
All right, let's talk about it. Can I unpack my trip here?
Please,
with you?
yeah. I don't have a whole lot to share, so let's just get right into your stuff.
So just to give you context here, there's a lot of flights that I had to take to get to where I needed to be.
Remember that.
So it wasn't just one flight to the Philippines. It's not that easy. My mom and my dad were not in a place where it was Manila or the second biggest city, Cebu. Cebu, stand up. And so it was in a small island. And so what happened is I had to take a flight to Taiwan, super short layover to get to Cebu, which is in the Philippines. Then I'd have one more layover and I'd fly to the city where my parents are at.
And
I
where is
said,
that?
okay,
Sorry again. What's that called?
I didn't call it. They're on
oh.
an island or something called Mindanao. So
Okay.
it's a small area.
I just like hearing
And-
more Philippines names of things. So I think they have cool names for stuff.
Oh, I got you because
That's why.
they were in Cabadbaran. That's the name of it.
I love that.
We had to land in Butuan City.
That's so fun. Seriously, I'm not gonna do a Filipino accent because I don't want to upset anybody. But I love
no,
it,
you-
and it's fun to do, and their words are fun. But anyways, go on.
Always do the most offensive, accent.
I did it a
because-
little bit when I said Filipino, and I just caught myself.
Philippines.
Filipino.
But the problem was, we were on the tarmac in LA, and we were supposed to fly at 1:15 a.m. on Sunday morning.
Yikes.
That was the flight, and it was 1:30. We haven't taken off yet. We're sitting around, no announcements, and they say we have to replace a fuel pump. And I said, okay. So at some point, I fell asleep. I fell asleep through all of this.
Wow, you're
And-
good.
Yeah, I knocked out.
I'm jealous.
Easy.
Anyways,
Easy money. We wake up like around 2:00, 2:30, and they say we all have to get off the plane while they work on this.
What the fuck?
So we deplane and we get back into the fucking terminal. and they're like, we don't know how long it's gonna be. And I said, dude, I'm gonna miss my connecting flight to Cebu. And we're like, well, we'll take care of you and we'll do this. And like, we'll have it all figured out once you get there. And then we leave, we hit the ground, or we take off from the ground, I should say, around 3:30.
Wow, that's a
And
lot of delays.
a lot of delays. By the time we land is when the plane to Cebu takes off. So we get off and they put us on a flight to Manila. That's the
That's
capital.
cool.
They fly at the capital. And then when you get to Manila, then we fly to Cebu. But what fucked up the trip, or that night, was the fact that we couldn't get a flight to Butuan because it's a small island. There's only two flights, one in the morning and one at night.
Can you take a boat? Dumb question.
You can take a boat. That's
Okay.
not a dumb question. It would take 12 hours.
That's a lot. How long's the flight?
About 45 minutes to an hour and change.
Oh shit. Okay, you have to take the flight. Okay.
So we had to book a hotel in Cebu, which was a hotel / casino across the street.
Oh fuck yeah, dude. Let's
And then-
ride.
Yeah. Well, here's thank you. We are all Maganda. Thank you.
Oh, I was not reading that. Maganda? What's that mean?
Yeah.
Not for
It
me.
means beautiful. It means beautiful.
Oh, that's nice.
I think he's talking to you.
I'll take
Just
it.
saying. So my sister is supposed to be our chaperone from Cebu to Butuan, but because we missed her flight, we have to book a hotel, and I meet my sister there, and we stay in the hotel in Cebu. It's across the street, which is super convenient. The fucking problem is there's a casino, and at first it's like, dude, I have to go check it out.
Yeah,
I have
for
to check it
sure.
out. And I looked from the outside, and it looked like Chuck E. Cheese, and I said, I can't do this, dude. I can't. I didn't even go. It depressed
What's wrong with
me.
Chuck E. Cheese? What are you talking about?
I don't know. I just
I'm not
couldn't go in
understanding
there.
the problem.
God took the wheel. Jesus took the wheel, and
Something
he said,
felt
"Don't
bad.
go in there.
Yeah.
Don't go in there." Because outside the casino, me and my sister are outside, and like there's these it's not an anime, like it's like these weird statues of like, I don't know what it was. It was like Jesus pieces or like pirates, and I was like, this isn't a good omen, dude. I'm gonna just chill here. So we just got dinner in Cebu City, like, and then we
Okay.
went home, went back to the hotel, had the breakfast buffet over there, and then we went to Butuan the next day. We flew.
Okay.
Finally make it, and nothing is ever close for me. Yeah, I just wanted to put it out there. Like, it's never like, hey, it's just right here. It's
Yeah.
just there. It was we got there, and to go to Butuan from Cabadran, it's about like a 50-minute drive, which is fine. I was just tired. And I'm just trying to like be my best self, and like, okay, like we got this. We got this.
Yeah.
50 minutes to an hour, and we get there, and it's kind of the craziest thing. I'm not much of an outdoorsy person. I think we all know that by now. But it's like, it's beautiful, lush greenery. There's like fields, there's mountains, and it's kind of a sight to see.
The photos looked really gorgeous, actually. What I was seeing of you guys.
Yeah, it
I
was kind of nice.
Yeah. It's lush.
So we got to hang out at my mom's place. My mom built a place out there, and like my sister like holds it down over there, her husband and her daughter, and like there's like it's a huge house, a huge lot, and they told me throughout the whole time, because I was every day I'd leave work, I'd call my mom and talk to her like I was going home. There's a huge time difference, right? So when
Yeah.
I'm leaving work at 5:30 or 6, it's like 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. over there, and we go, and they always talk about how like there's a lot of animals, and then I'm just like, oh yeah, that's cool. Like, and it didn't really dawn on me until like, okay, you want to go to the Philippines? I said, sure, let's go. Brought to Guatemala with me, right? So me and the Guatemalan, we're trekking this whole thing together.
By
And
the
then we
way,
get
she's
there.
in the chat saying it took an hour and 40 minutes, not 50. So she just a little asterisk there next to the time estimates. Anyways,
An hour and. Oh, actually, there was a lot of traffic. You're right.
Maybe
I
it just
felt like
felt like an hour and 50. It was so bad. You were so tired, you know?
I blacked out from rage.
Yeah,
I was just like, despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in the cage, and I was just tired. That's
how it is,
And
yeah.
so but when we get there, it's a huge, like the front lot is just like this weird lot. if it's not, you can't see into it, dude. It's kind of scary, right?
Her
Like,
house?
yeah, that's how,
Hmm.
because there's no lighting up in the front.
Hmm.
But when you get closer to the gate, where behind the gate you see the house, about 9 dogs came out to to welcome us,
Excuse me.
and and
That's a lot. That's a
it's a
wolf
lot.
pack. That's a dog pack, dude.
That's a dog pack,
They're a
dude.
pack now.
That's a dog gangbang.
Yeah.
And we're sitting through, like, we're walking in, and it I don't like, I'm fine seeing one dog. You know, like, have we talked? Like,
Okay.
do you love dogs?
I do like dogs.
You like dogs?
If people have dogs, I will go hang out with the dog. I
Mhm.
get along with dogs. Yes.
I think dogs understand where I'm at with them, which is, it's never like, when I see a dog, my day does not, my world doesn't stop for them. I
No,
don't say,
of
"Oh my
course
God,
not.
look how cute they are," and like, "Can I pet them?" and start riling them up. I only do that when they're with blind people.
Those
Look
dogs
at
are looking
you.
for action,
Yeah.
dude, you know? They're
I
so
was like, "Look at
bored.
you," riling them up with bacon in my pocket. I'm like, "Grr,"
Throw it
and
into the street. Go catch.
only with blind service dogs will I do that. But I'm there's 9 dogs jumping, and I think there's a total of 12 dogs.
What are the
There's a total.
sizes of these dogs?
They're exactly the size that you think they would be. They're not mastodons, and they weren't chihuahuas. They were just like big sized dogs.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I don't have a good, I don't know breeds.
Yeah, you don't even
Uh,
like dogs enough to give me something to compare it to. It's
yeah,
like
that's
a
like a
Cocker Spaniel, Golden Retriever. Like how big here? German
it's a
Shepherd.
yeah. It's
Those are
Prince
big.
Charles with the Malamute.
Wow.
I don't know. They're
Okay.
like, but they're all massive, and
Oh, they're massive. Okay.
there's literally a fucking stick like Noah up in the front for you to grab, and just like, hey, and like, move them and shoo them, like herd
Oh
them like
wow.
sheep, but they're dogs. And we do that. We sit down. We're like, okay, cool. We're in the morning. We're just hanging out, eating, and then at some point we see goats.
Who?
Not LeBron James goat,
Mm,
like the actual goat.
like a wild goat
No,
or like
their own.
somebody's goat?
It's my sister's goats.
Damn, your sister got the animals.
3 or 4.
Okay. Oh, the
3 or
goats
4
are
goats.
outnumbered. That's not really a gang.
Yeah.
That's not a pack. Okay.
It's it was 12, it was 12 dogs. There's one cat, maybe two, I don't know, and then there was like about 4 goats.
You never see the cats. They're just in hiding. They live in fear.
Yeah.
There's 12
Yeah.
down roaming the place. That cat has no
And
life.
it's
They're on the
crazy,
roof.
dude. It's crazy. It was a good
Wow.
time. At some point we go check out a mall in Butuan, so we go back to Butuan, and then the pictures you saw was from some place called Claveria. Sounds like an STD,
I
but
don't
it's
Claveria. Yeah, I don't love that.
I
Can
don't
you
like the
say it
name.
in Tagalog to make it sound more sexy?
Claveria?
Claveria. Okay.
Claveria?
Okay. I just want to see if I'm missing something. Okay.
Yeah.
Claveria. Got it.
Claveria, because the V's are B's, like
Claveria. Yeah.
depends.
Depends.
And like it is beyond me. Like, I sound like an ugly American right now, and maybe it is, but like, there's no freeways or highways that will take you there. It's just roads. There, I mean, there are roads, and they're like, it was all pavement, and
To
like
Claveria, you mean? Not to
it
like the
was
big cities, right?
to everywhere. To everywhere, there are no freeways. I don't remember seeing the freeway. There were big bridges in Cebu. That's about as much as it got.
Do they have like a great train system or something? How does it work?
No,
Just
you get
roads.
in a car. You get in a car, and driving in the Philippines is fucking insane.
Is it?
It's insane. There is no right of way. There is no right of way. People will just cut people
You gotta
off.
take your right away.
But people cut each other off and overtake each other, but there's no bad blood in it. In LA,
Yeah. Everybody's
if I
pissed.
if I signal and they give you 50 feet, I will then expect a finger and you to tell me to go fuck myself,
Right.
even though I used the signal far in advance, and they'll just gas it on me. Here in the Philippines, they honk their horn to let them know they're in their blind spot, and they overtake them.
Wow.
And it's crazy because there's motorcycles. There's
Just
these
weaving
pet
through
pets
there. They're just doing their
weaving
own
through,
shit.
dude. Weaving
Yeah.
through, and they just do that shit, and it's like this controlled chaos that you're able to get through, and it just works. It just works.
Is it like, yeah, I see a lot of videos like in Vietnam and like India of the driving, and they say, yeah, it's crazy and you got to just like commit. But then you got to be like born in there, because I think if you stuck me in there, I feel like I'm a good driver, but I don't know about all that. There's too many people weaving around. I don't like motorcycles driving past me in between lanes. I'm not into that. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
there's
dude,
people transporting entire cabinets and shit on their back on like a moped and stuff out there, right? I mean, there's a lot of mopeds.
there's a lot of mopeds. There's like a family of 5 on it, you know.
Right.
In the front is dad, on the back is mom, turned around behind is grandma, and then kids are on the 2 sides to level it out, and they're just fucking jamming through, and it's
No
crazy.
helmets, dude. We're going.
Dude, like it's no helmets. You sit in the back seat, you don't put your seatbelt on. I never understood that, but it's kind of an accepted thing. I am a hardcore seatbelt.
I am such a seatbelt nerd. I tell
I'm a
everybody to put
seatbelt
on their
nerd.
seatbelts. Yeah.
I'm a seatbelt Karen. You're in the front seat, seatbelt. You're in the
Yeah.
back seat, seatbelt.
I don't even let people put their feet up on the dash, dude. No, because if we get in an accident, you're gonna fold like a stapler, and you're never gonna go back, dude. Nope, sorry, none of that.
So like putting your seat there, you can't put seatbelts on. We got on a few taxis. You can't even put your seatbelt on because they put covers in there. So you can't even put seatbelts in the back
What?
seat. So the only people that physically need a seatbelt in the Philippines is in the front
The
seat.
driver, huh?
It might, you know what? It might be a hemisphere thing. Like, you know, maybe being the southern part of it, like, will keep you in the car.
Maybe they
in
just
case
never
of an
drive that fast because there's no freeways. It's just a bunch of shitty roads, right? So it's like, you know, you're only going a max of like 40 at any given time.
accident. It depends on who you're asking, because this is another thing that pissed me off. Ugly American, by the way. Ugly American comment.
Sorry,
I don't like the metric system.
I like paved roads. Oh, I thought you were calling me an ugly American. Oh, you're going
No, no,
again.
no, me,
Oh,
me,
yeah,
me.
yeah. Metric. Pff,
They they do kilometers per hour,
yeah.
and it didn't really hit me until me and my parents and my sister went to the gym.
You went to
one
the
day.
gym on vacation?
Yeah, because
Dude,
my parents,
what the fuck?
my mom and my sister wanted to show me the gym, and I said, okay, let's go.
Okay, fine, okay.
Let's go get a workout in. And it's fucking hot in there. It's a sauna. It's like there's a couple
Get your
fans
sweat
going
on.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm running on the treadmill. And I'm like, you know what? Like I'll do a nice brisk walk at 2.0 miles per hour.
Right.
I will then amp it up to 2.5 miles per hour. But then what I noticed is looking at it, because at some point I moved it up to 5.5, which I thought was miles per hour. It then goes to, I start to see km-h. I'm
Get
like,
that out of my face.
I was like, what are we doing? Kilometers per hour. Then I have to do the math and multiply by 3 and carry the 1 and divide by 7. And I'm like, I don't know how fast I'm going.
Just got to
Then it-
ballpark that sucker, dude. You're on
Dog the
vacation.
I didn't have time to go ahead and ask Alexa to do it. I then go to the weights, and I see the weights, and I'm like, why is this number 22? And it's 22
Kilograms.
kilograms. And
Ridiculous.
I'm like, oh my god, dude.
I will say I do like about metric that everything adds up, because like, you know, it's all like tens and thousands and stuff.
Yeah.
A mile is 5,280 feet. I don't really love that number, but you know, I'm like, it's like a sunken cost fallacy now, where I'm like, well, I'm already here. I've been
Yeah.
using this system for a long time. What am I going to change?
It's what we
No,
know.
not for these people. Yeah.
If
what we
here's my
got.
theory too. Here's my theory as we go into my Philippines trip. Is at some point I going back to Cebu and booking the hotel room and doing all these other things we have to do, I have to put my credit card information to pay for said room, correct? Mm-hmm. And I have to put in the billing address.
Yes.
Why? Why is the United States at the bottom?
You think we should be at the top?
I think it should be at the top. I
I
thought
also
about this.
agree.
I thought about this as an ugly American, right?
Yeah.
Is every 4 years we do the Olympics, every 4 years we do the World Cup. And we say, oh, you know, US and China are tied for the most medals. We need to have some skin in the game.
Okay.
We need to have some skin in the game. And the thing is, if you have the most medals or gold medals or whatever metric it is, at the top should be the country. It doesn't matter if you're in Uganda, you're in Russia, you're in Croatia, you're in Armenia. It doesn't matter if you're in Guatemala. If I am looking for something and I'm paying for something at the top because we have the most medals,
We're the
it should
best.
be USA. It should be USA.
Okay. I actually agree with that. I think that's fine. Every time I have to scroll down through all these ridiculous countries that no one's ever heard of, I'm just getting annoyed, you know. And if I can type in UN, it does skip for me, but then it shows me the United Emirates, the United Kingdom, and I'm like, this is bullshit. Now I have to click my down arrow 3 more times.
Because
It's
at some
wrong.
point you're scrolling through and you're like, what the hell is this city, like this country? Like, and then you're like, what? Like, and you get derailed.
Yeah.
But like, what you need to do is, if we're gonna go to the Olympics and we're playing for, you know, like you're competing for your nationality and your country's pride, we also need to raise the stakes. Which is, if I have the most gold medals or have the most medals, doesn't matter what country you are, that country's always on top. I stand
I
by
think that's
that.
fine. I think that you want the Olympics to branch out into a lot of stuff. You want it to bleed out a little bit. That's fine. We can
Because like,
bounce it around a little bit too. If it doesn't work on like country lists, maybe it's something else. Maybe it's, you know, I don't know what it could be. It could be a lot of stuff though. I think it's worth a shot.
because it's kind of nice, like, because when Simone Biles wins the gold medal, we're happy about it for 3 weeks, and then
All patriotic. Yeah.
all of a sudden it's over. You don't even think about it
And then she's gone for another 3.5 years.
until Simone Biles comes out of the woodwork and starts winning again.
Yeah.
If we did that thing every time someone traveled, we'd thank Simone Biles.
That's true. We would think of them, you know, instead of like, because the only time you're going to see her is maybe like some random Super Bowl commercial cameo or something, you know, they're gone. All the runners, all those amazing diver people that we don't know, that, you know, our break dancers, they're all hidden. I wanted to
They're all
ask you stuff. Wait, is this all of your Philippine story trip? Because I do have just like some random questions for you, but I don't want to interrupt your story.
No, hit me with the questions and I'll finish up the story as because
Okay.
let's do it.
Because there was stuff that you were saying, and I was like wanting to stop you, but then I would have stopped you like 50 times.
Stop.
Yeah, I know. Well, here. So listen, these might be ugly American questions. I don't know. What was the weirdest thing you ate there? I know you already had balut. Did you try anything new and weird that you were like, damn, I'm too American for this?
Not this time, because it was a lot of home cooked meals when I was in Kabad Baran. It was a lot of home cooked meals. So it wasn't anything too exotic that I remember. When we, nothing weird. You know
Nothing
what I
weird?
did have? Nothing. Yeah, like
Or you're just about it?
no, my every place we went to wasn't like serving up like these, like it wasn't Fear Factor, right? Like they weren't priding themselves on serving balut and all these different things. Like it was like these are just restaurants. My dad at one point wanted to get balut, and I said, "Fucking bring it here, dude. Let's go. Let's throw it down." But we didn't get it.
Was he just trying to call your bluff to see if you were with it? But then you said, yeah, okay.
No, my dad's human garbage disposal, dude. He'll eat
He'll
anything.
eat anything. Well,
Yeah, he doesn't. It's really like if he doesn't like something, I would never know because he'd finish everything. It's
he
super
eats it
polite.
anyway. Yeah.
It's super polite.
Okay. The shopping in the Philippines. I used to have a Filipino aunt who is no longer in the family, and whenever she would go to the Philippines, she would bring us all back Lacoste button-up shirts because she would get them cheaper over there, and like Louis Vuitton bags for my aunts that thought they looked real, and they were real, but they sell them cheaper in the Philippines. Did you bring back any like stuff that you plan to now sell because it's cheaper in the Philippines? Did you get Lacoste button-up shirts?
I did not.
Interesting.
I got my Adidas shirt.
Adidas.
Yeah, it's knockoff Adidas.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, my Aunt Belinda she sold us a lot of Lacoste shirts, so I don't know. Now there's some communication. There's a miscommunication in my family. We're confused.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's some things that you can get cheaper there.
Yeah.
But like it all balances out the same. Like the amount of pesos, the Philippine pesos that you would spend on it, is equating to the same dollar for
Do
getting.
they use
brand new
pesos
shit.
over there?
Philippine pesos, yeah.
How funny is that? The fucking Spaniards just get
Dude.
around and just leave their there's like relics of this culture all over the place.
Well, when you go and colonize a country and take over and pillage
Yeah,
and
look,
rape the land,
there it is. Yeah.
you kind of have
This
a little
leftovers.
influence, you know.
Wow.
Um, bitter melon. Oh, that's right. Guatemalans in the chat playing along.
I see those emojis. They don't look good next to the bitter melon.
You know what I will say? That name is as advertised.
It's pretty accurate, huh?
Like it's not like it was like, hey, it's this creamy caramel thing. It was his name. It was literally bitter melon, and they put it in the eggs, which I don't know. Like
What?
it's I don't know
Why?
scrambled eggs.
What the
I don't
fuck?
know.
What does that even mean? Chicken
Huh?
eggs?
Chicken eggs, yeah.
Okay.
It gives it this twang, like
Bitterness. Does it
it's
like you can't tell it's bitter melon in there? Is it just a way to like? Is it a vehicle to just eat the bitter melon because they have so much of it they have to figure out what to do with it, or is it like it's good?
it. No, I don't. Do you like bitter?
No, I don't think people like bitter. Is that a thing that people like?
Maybe
Javi,
it's a Philip-
Javi in the chat. Bitter can be good. How?
Yeah.
Maybe like a drink, like an
In a
alcohol. But like eggs, I don't think eggs need to be bitter. That's the last thing in the world I would have thought you were gonna say.
It's probably you're right. It's the vessel to make sure you're eating your bitter melons. Like
Coffee,
Hulk
wine,
Hogan,
drinks.
Hulk Hogan's line was, drink your milk, say your prayers, and eat bitter melon. That was a cliche for a reason. That's what Hulk Hogan told you to do when he was in the 90s.
Hulk Hogan, he's a real, role model.
Yeah, especially now. But the mall, though, I do have to talk about this. The
Okay.
malls in the Philippines, they wand you down every single fucking time you go in there. You have to go through a metal detector. I
I was thinking magic at first.
no, like
A
you
wand.
have,
It's a metal wand.
Yeah.
I see.
yeah. David Blaine comes up and then he puts his finger in your ass and calls it a
Right.
day. No, it's
Philippines,
they,
magical place.
yeah, they put you through a metal
They check
detector
you.
every time you go into the mall. They check you. It's like, sir, ma'am, sir, like bag in that bag and belt, please, sir, ma'am, and then you put it in and you walk through security. Every time you want to go into a mall or in some place, there's security. It's crazy.
I mean, that's kind of nice, or is it not?
It's inconvenient.
I can see that. Yeah.
It's inconvenient. I mean, like,
I just
Not to
figured out
put-
how to make my light less blue, and I'm so happy about it. So I have that smile on my face.
I saw you doing that.
I look
yeah.
as warm as you do now. I look like I was a dead person before. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, like, you don't. I didn't feel unsafe in the Philippines at all, and like I don't know if that made me feel more safe. It just
Well, I mean, you're used to living in America where everybody has guns and stuff, so it's like it's pretty chill over there, right?
in I guess
What is the okay question? Philippines. What's up with the? How is the like depravity? Is there dangerous stuff? Is there pickpockets? Do you need to like? Is there a red light district? Did you go? Probably not. But just general questions.
I don't know if there's a red light district. I'd
Because there
be
was a
curious.
casino just across the street, so I think
Yeah.
like that would be nearby somewhere, probably.
There would be strip clubs, I'm sure. We didn't go there. This is a very family friendly trip.
It sounds
And,
like it. Mom, sister.
Yeah.
You know,
I will say the
Family.
Guatemalan wanted to hit all the strip clubs, and I was like, babe,
she's so
relax.
cool, dude. She's a
Uh,
keeper.
relax. We don't need to see some Pinay drop it down and say, sir, ma'am, you want to dance? Sir, ma'am.
The sir, that is so true. They do sir. I love that though. I think that's funny.
So I don't know about the red light district. Pickpockets, sure. I'm sure there's pickpockets everywhere. I would say that. Yeah, they're just like it's just the Philippines. I don't know. Like,
Okay.
yeah, I would say I don't think it's any like there will be people who will try to take advantage of you. I was reading the fact that there would be people who like will charge you more because they know you're a foreigner.
Right. I hate
I
that.
I ride this very smooth line, like this fine line because like he's Filipino, but I don't think he is. So like
No, I think they can sniff your ass out right away, dude. They know,
Yeah.
right?
They
That was
know,
my
yeah.
next question, actually. Like, did you feel the difference of being an American Filipino? Like, could they tell? Were you still kind of in, or was it like, nah, screw this guy?
people people spoke to me in Bisaya and Tagalog like a lot. You and where my mom is from, it's a lot of Bisaya, and I think Cebu is the same thing too.
Hmm.
People would speak to me in it, and I would just say,
Nah,
"Lo,
player.
lo siento, bro. Like that ain't it. That ain't it."
Damn.
Um, I will say because you know what a Guatemalan looks like. She's very fair skinned. She has the skin that everyone in the Philippines wants.
Oh, they were jealous.
Because she's like, because in Asian culture, there's this thing of whitening your skin.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a thing.
Well, because there's like dark Filipinos, and then there's those random fair-skinned Filipinos, and they just have it better, right? Like I have random friends that are Filipino that are like, yeah, very light-skinned, and I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of in a light skin, but
You
my
are,
tan.
yeah, you're in the
I'm like
middle.
I'm in the middle. I'm in the hue of
Yeah.
light to dark. I'm like caramel.
If you start working outside every day, you'll turn dark though. Same with me. I look like if I was a farmer for a week, I'd be dark. I'd be so dark, and people wouldn't want me anymore. I got to keep
Mhm.
this. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, she's talking about her trip to Cancun. She's tanned.
That
That's
was
her
dope.
tanned, by the way.
Yeah, still pretty light. When I go to Cancun, after I'm about to leave towards the end of the trip, people start
Yeah.
thinking I work there because I am dark as fuck, and I'm dressed pretty like I'm not offending anybody. My clothes is pretty normal.
Mhm.
It's only the sandals really that still get
Mhm.
me help because otherwise they would just think I'm on my break.
Yeah. And then in the Philippines, we left Cabadbaran, the island or the area of Mindanao, went back to Cebu, and we stayed in this hotel casino. And it was massive, dude. It's like this new thing that they built in 2023. It's like super upscale hotel and casino. And it's like the rooms are super fucking nice. I don't know why rooms do this though. And I don't know who wants this. Like
Hmm.
it's when you can see the bathroom from the outside of the bathroom because there's windows. Have you seen that? That happens like in Vegas too.
You can see the bathroom from outside the bathroom, like you mean windows
Like
outside of the building, like you can.
no, like
Oh.
there's a window in the bathroom that faces the room. So
So
there's
like if you're laying in
bathroom.
bed, you can see someone taking a shower.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Which
know what that's for.
I get it. Like, hey, like
I
this
think
is
it's sexy. Yeah.
But then in the line of sight is the toilet right next door.
Right.
And and if I'm not thinking, and I say, yo, I had all this bitter melon lechon, I'm about to take a shit, and then you're gonna see your loved one just hunched
Wait.
over,
So
crapping,
they
dude.
could see, is there a particular angle you have to sit at to see someone taking a shit? Or is it like laying in bed, you can see them taking a shit or a shower, just depending on what they're
I
doing?
could see both. I could see
That's
both.
not good. See, it
That's
has to
not
be in its
good.
own little room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't like that. I get the idea of
Yeah.
like this is a honeymoon, but I stand by. I'm in the camp of more mystery, less history, which is I don't need to see you taking a shit. That's not gonna make me love you more.
Yeah, it
You're
doesn't
like,
do a lot
oh
for
my,
me.
yeah, like it's like that's your time, all right. Unless you're shitting on my chest, I don't
Not
really have a
into
place
it.
for this.
Yeah, yeah. It's got to be a shared experience. Otherwise, I'm good. Just keep me out of it.
Or at least on the glass coffee table, all right? I lay under
Oh,
it and just go like that's
okay.
different. But like when I'm watching you from a distance,
We're losing
it's
viewers. We're losing viewers, dude. Stop it. I'm
yeah,
gonna hit the gong.
yeah.
Keep moving here.
Um,
Yeah, I don't know who that's for though. I do like watching. I was gonna say I like watching people shower. Not like that. I mean, when you with your somebody that's somebody significant to you, it's fun. It can be fun, but I don't know that I need it. Same thing with like hot tubs in a room. Like I see sometimes, I was looking at the booking a Vegas room, and it's like some of them have hot tubs in the room, and I'm like, that seems cool, but it also just seems like it's wet, and everything is gonna get wet and like be
I
nasty. I don't want water on my socks.
I actually like even watching someone shower. I don't like
Really?
it's well it's like porn, right? Like I'm gonna have to go back here to just to draw lines here because
Okay.
like it looks different when you're trying to be sexy shower versus functional shower.
Honestly,
Like,
I don't even watch any porn that takes place in the shower. I immediately skip. I'm just not into it.
no, I guess like watching someone masturbate in porn is not the same thing as is uh is I
Where
guess
do you-
watching them do it in the wild, right?
Ah, okay, yeah,
It's not slow and sensual.
yeah,
It's not. It, it's
yeah. It's hard. You know what? I don't like being seen in the shower. I think
yeah.
this is not good. You know, I don't think people want
This
to see this. My
this is my
girlfriend
thought.
walked in on me in the shower the other day, and I was like cleaning myself, and I just felt nasty. I feel like it looks nasty to see you
Yeah.
like scrubbing, you know, because then it
Mm.
acknowledges that you're like dirty.
Yeah, you're like getting in there and
Yeah.
like you're like getting in your crevices and it's like,
She
dude, like
says she says in
leave
the
me alone.
chat, "Oh my god, I hope my family isn't watching." Oh come on! Every couple has walked in on their significant other like in the shower if you need to get in the bathroom. Come on, and we're 32. It's okay.
Um,
That's pretty chill. Wow.
you know what was a life-changing moment though
Please tell me.
in the Philippines? I didn't know about this and I heard about it all the time and people swore by this and I wasn't really sure. I was like, yeah, like it sounds all right. This place had it. This hotel, New Star Hotel, they had bidets in the toilet.
I refuse, dude. I'm just not into it. Are you like that now?
I'm a changed man. I'm a changed man. It's nice.
I don't like it. It's weird to me. My parents use one. My girlfriend's sister and their family, they have one in there. Is like everybody's starting to have one. When I went to Chicago and I was with their family, they had one too. Tried it once. I'm like, I don't know, dude. It feels funny to me. Are you
That
gonna get one?
I don't think I'm I in. I
They're
don't
like
think I will
40
get one
bucks.
anytime soon.
You said it changed your life.
It did, but it's kind of it's kind of like when I buy chips and salsa. It's only for vacations. I don't buy chips and salsa for my home. I buy chips and salsa as an indicator to myself that I'm on vacation.
I think I just figured out the best wedding gift for you.
Chips and salsa?
A bidet, dude.
Oh, a
Nobody in the
bidet,
chat.
yeah.
Nobody steal this. Javi, Acapulco, uh, all you guys are regulars. That's
Yeah,
all.
dude.
I'm taking that.
It's kind of a changer, bro. It's kind of
Yeah.
a changer.
Yeah, maybe I'm
Uh,
just doing it wrong. Maybe it takes practice. Someone in the chat says, game changer, bro, especially with, oh, no, wait, no. Hot water. Get the hot water. Otherwise, it feels like you're being violated. Maybe that's what I did wrong, is that I'm just blasting cold water in there. And that's like, nobody likes that.
Well, yeah, good bidets have a temperature.
Yeah. That seems key,
So you
I
do that.
guess. Yeah, maybe that's what I did wrong.
That's kind of a thing, man. I don't know, dude. Like I wasn't sure.
Everybody
about
has them out there? It's just commonplace, or is it like only at the nice place?
it. No, in the hotel we stayed at across the street from the airport.
Ah,
Excuse me.
wow.
They had like it was essentially like they had like a shower hose next to the toilet, built into the toilet. It's like a makeshift bidet.
Not the
Because
same thing, dude.
In the Philippines, it's kind of a common thing in your toilet to have a tabo.
Don't say it. Are you fucking kidding me? That's real? Tabot?
Yeah.
A poop knife.
No.
Oh.
It's a water bucket.
Oh my god,
You
my
wash
friends
your ass.
convinced me that that was like a scooper that you use, like a physical scraper that everybody had. And I know this word tabot, but I don't know what it means.
It's not a shit scooper. It's
Okay, well that's good.
you put water in it and you wash yourself over the toilet. And that's what it is.
No, I don't
So-
like that.
Well, the thing about like in the Philippines is like there's a lot of like regular toilets like outside of his hotel can't handle toilet paper being flushed.
Yeah.
So like you can't like go to town on the toilet paper and just throw it in the trash can. So to minimize that, you wash your ass with a bucket.
So just like a big hole, or it's a bucket, and you
It's like a small
share?
mini bucket.
Oh my god.
Well, and like that's part of being in a different country. Like that's the culture there.
This is why I can't travel anywhere, dude. Like I don't know what I would do. And I know you're particular about bathrooms, so I'm surprised to hear that you're out here doing this. You're wilding out over there, dude. When
Well,
in
I mean,
Rome, I guess.
It wasn't the public restroom. I was using
Yeah.
restrooms that were at a hotel or at home.
Okay.
Because We stopped at a gas station to take a piss when we were going to Claveria, and this toilet like in a gas station had no seat. So imagine that as a lady, you got to pop and squat.
I think women are they're more used to squatting than we are. I think we're the ones who are off, like we're on the away team when we're squatting.
Oh,
No, I think women
no.
do that a lot. That's always been my understanding. They just like they sometimes you just got squat. They don't want to touch the toilet.
But don't you like miss and hit the seat?
Probably. I was actually paranoid. Like when I was younger, I didn't want to touch the toilet. My parents were like a little bit. They're not germaphobes, but they're just like anti-germ, and they trained me to just like I would sometimes just not make contact. And then eventually I'm like, you know what, man, I'm done with this, dude. And I'm a full contact guy now, and I've been fine ever. Nothing has changed that I know of. But it's risky business sometimes, you know. That's
Yeah.
probably why I say women's toilets are the worst. Yeah, it's true. Too much squatting.
Overall, I had a good time. I had a great
great.
time. It was an amazing time.
Yeah.
And the the toughest part is I got 15-hour flight back home.
Yeah.
And I don't know how people do. Like, there's that trend on TikTok. I don't know if it's a TikTok trend or Instagram or something where you just raw dog the flight. Have you heard that?
I have, but I don't really know exactly what it means.
It means you do nothing on the flight. You just sit there.
No.
You don't watch any movies. You don't listen to any music. You
Why?
just sit there.
Why?
Because you got that dog in you. That's
Dude.
raw dogging the flight.
No. That sounds like self-harm, dude. I think it's like raw dogging implies that there's like some kind of primal good reason, like some kind of a impulse or like incentive, right? The raw dog. This just feels like you're just hurting yourself. You're torturing yourself by being bored for 15 hours. Did you raw dog or did you do something?
No, fuck that.
No
dude.
way.
But like we're going to New Nolans tomorrow. Nolans. We can raw dog the flight tomorrow. It's only 4 or 5 hours.
Fuck no, dude. It depends what
Sit there.
Delta's got. If Delta has like, sometimes they'll have games that you can play with other people on the same flight. And if you can play the same game with somebody who's in front of you, you can tune their asses up and they're like, think you're a mind reader, dude.
Yeah.
I also like watching movies on airplanes. I always watch movies on airplanes.
It's actually kind of like I brought my own iPad, and the thing about iPads was I didn't expect this part, which was I downloaded a bunch of things from Hulu, from Netflix, from Peacock. I download all these movies and TV shows so I can just watch it on a plane. I don't have to use the Wi-Fi. The bitch of the part that was a bitch about this was when you watch a show or when you start something, it starts the timer of an expiration. So once you finish it, it will delete from your iPad in about 24 to 48 hours.
I don't like that. Why is that a thing?
I don't know. Like, I guess it's so you don't like store it forever. Like you don't own it's a DRM. Like you just download it for that time. And it's what was a bitch about this was I loaded up on all these things for the Philippines, right? On the way there, I watched it. Then the timer starts and all these things started expiring. And then what happened was because I'm in a different country, Hulu and Peacock won't let me download stuff because I'm in a different region where they're not supported.
They think you're some dude who hacked your Netflix.
Yeah, like VPN.
You can tell them you're like traveling though, I would think, and then they would let you, or there's some button for that. I guess not, huh?
I don't know. But like they wanted me to raw dog that flight.
So did you lose all your shit before you, or did you still have something to fall back on? Even
No,
like
I had some things I could fall back on. Netflix was the only one that worked.
oh wow, Netflix coming through.
Yeah, for them being all password Nazis, like they actually came through in the different realm.
Netflix fucked up, man. Because here's the thing, people used to have their different accounts. Now I'm on a family plan. I pay my parents $10, but they used to have a whole account before that, and now now they're only getting $10. They could have had more. This all this password bullshit. They got people huddling together, sharing accounts now. Like I don't know. It's kind of stupid. How are you feeling about New Orleans? I was worried about you because I thought you were still in the Philippines until like today or yesterday. You had a little more time to acclimate again,
Dude. So, but to wrap up everything in a bow, Philippines was great.
Yeah,
I had a great time with family. Got to introduce Guatemala to my side of the family, which a lot of them live there, and it was nice. And I think It was a great
How does
moment.
she feel? Did she like everybody? Everybody's
She
good.
did. People liked her, and they thought she
Nice.
was J Lo. Like,
Oh
it's
wow.
they're like, oh, you're Latina. Lat- I don't know how you say it
Like J Lo
yeah, yeah. You know,
from the
it's-
block. Yeah, J
she's
Lo.
Jenny.
She's all the buzz right now. J Lo.
Oh
That's
yeah,
funny.
well, but so yesterday I decide I'm gonna hoop up. I'm gonna go ahead and I got hoop dreams to play, and I'm just shooting around playing. We start a game. 3 minutes into the game, I get the ball and I make a move, and if I hear a pop, and I felt like someone kicked me, and I went down, and I thought I tore my Achilles. Immediately, I just thought that.
Yeah.
It fucking sucked, dude. Like, and I was like, I wasn't in pain, but I knew something was wrong. I knew something was wrong.
Something's
And then
loose.
and I just sat there, and everyone's like saying, "Can you move your foot?" And I could. And they're like, "Well, that's good. Can you do this? Can you do that?" I was like, "Okay, that's good." And then they pick me off the floor. I go to urgent care, and they did the physical test on me, because X-rays won't see any tears because that's only for bones,
Yeah.
and they say like, oh well, like it doesn't look like you have a torn Achilles based on the fact that you can do this and they can feel it, so you're good. It's a little swollen, but it happens 2 days before Nolans, and I'm just sitting and I fucking I think I popped something in my calf, dude. Like my muscle in there, I think just went. So I don't know.
So now you're rocking a cane. Is that right?
I bought a cane. I bought a cane today. Yesterday I was in a lot, like not a lot of pain, but it was very uncomfortable to walk around, and I don't know what the severity of this thing is. Like
Yeah.
today I woke up fine. Like I was like I can move around better. The one thing I can't do is on my left foot go up on my toes by itself and put weight on it. I just can't
Like
do
get
that.
your tippy
My body
toe.
won't let me do it. Yeah, but like I felt like having a cane with having it encrusted in diamonds will give me a little bit of allure when
Yeah.
I go to
I was
Nolans.
gonna say that, or we can get you like a fucking badass cane when we're there.
Mhm.
Like that could be like your memory of New
Mhm.
Orleans, and like you could like take back the injury and own it. You can seize this,
Yeah.
instead of being like, yeah, I dislocated my thing or my calf is, whatever. You can be
Yeah.
like, I'm getting this dope ass cane with like a voodoo skull on it or something, or
Mhm.
like a beignet on the end, and you can enjoy that and remember it later. You'll laugh about it.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'll be a pimp named Slickback Lamar. That's what
Nice.
I'll.
There you go, dude. Hey,
But I'll have a
well,
cane, dude.
question for you.
Mhm.
And actually more a question slash suggestion. Did the doctor say to rest it? Because we might be able to take advantage of a wheelchair. I'm just saying, like at some point on the trip. Like, did he
Well,
say just get a cane, or did he say like just lay down for 3 days until you can see the doctor?
they wanted me to rest up, and I was like, I got the trip, and they're like, well, you're gonna have to do these things and try to rest everywhere you can. So I
Hmm.
can't do wind sprints um, in the middle of the
No
plane or
jumping
in
off of
islands.
anything. No more
No jumping.
basketball.
Nah.
We'll find some
Nah.
cool places to sit in Nolans, though. I think they have some boat thing that's pretty
Mhm.
cool. Apparently, there's a park somewhere that's great. Jazz
Mhm.
clubs, if you're into that. I don't know if you're foo enough for that. I like that though, so I want to go check it out. Have you heard of a beignet?
A big in it? Yeah.
Apparently, they're really good, and that's their thing there. And I just watched a video. I didn't care about it until I watched a video today earlier when I was just chilling on my phone, and it looks really good. And this place is open 24 hours a day, so we can go there
Mhm.
anytime. We can go there like 2 in the morning, drunk, and get beignets. I'm down.
Let's fucking get it,
That
dude.
sounds really fun to me. Yeah,
I got a cane now, so
yeah.
let's fucking go.
Or you can get one of those ones where if you pull it out, it's got like a dagger in there or something.
Hmm.
I'm sure they have. I'm sure they have something cool. We can figure it out. If your one right now is just a temporary one or something, I don't know what it looks like.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I'm actually currently have my leg up right now, icing my calf or leg or ankle. I don't know. That's what I'm doing now.
Wow, you got your leg elevated.
I have my leg elevated,
Wow.
and I have a compressive sleeve
The
on
compression
my
sleeves
leg.
look cool. Those make you look athletic. I would think. I always think you always see those on basketball players and stuff or whatever. They have like the
Yeah.
long compression socks. That's cool. You can just like weave that into your
Mhm.
style. You have cool shoes and stuff. Like you're chilling.
That's the plan, dude.
Yeah.
That's the plan. In the notes, I wanted to touch on this too. Is
Oh.
on the way to the airport in LA, I didn't like this billboard at all. Um, and I didn't take a picture of it because it was too fast for moving too fast. But
Hmm.
it was this billboard for Bare Elegance here in LA. It's a strip club.
Oh.
Have you heard of Bare Elegance?
I have not. Hmm.
They have a billboard near LAX and says Bare Elegance now hiring girls, no experience needed.
Hey, they'll take anybody. They don't want to scare girls off, you know? This place
But
actually
it's
looks
like,
pretty cool.
but if I go to a strip club, I don't want someone up there that has no experience. Like at
Yeah.
least like here's the thing. Some people might be a natural, you know, like
Yeah.
you pick up you just get on the piano, you start playing Beethoven Symphony number 7 and like you're like a true student, like you can just pick it up. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I like but if someone girl up there is like doing, you know, ray gun from the Olympics, breakdancing, it's like this is what happens when you let people with no experience go up there. It's just like
I
as a possible patron to Bare Elegance, I don't think I like that, where these girls are going up there with no experience under their belt.
I think that when they say no experience needed, they mean like no experience for us to give you a shot. Like, yeah,
Hmm.
come over here and you dance around. We'll see if there's something here to work with, you know, if there's
Hmm.
potential. I don't think it's like no experience and we're going to have you headlining. You know, it's more like, no experience and we'll see what happens. Because
Hmm.
I think a lot of people might be apprehensive about that sort of line of work and they're like, well, I need the money and I'm hot, but I don't know how to do this pole stuff, so I'm gonna not go. They
When
don't
we
want to
start
scare
hitting
these
the
chicks off.
whip on the stage, I'm like, I don't know, dude. Like this isn't it.
Uh, you know, Interesting though. Bare Elegance. You know what? Not that I'm like looking to go to a strip club, but I am looking at pictures of this place, and the vibe seems kind of cool. Because some of the
Hmm.
strip clubs I've gone to look really, really shitty. So I will give it to these guys. It seems like they at least decorated a little bit.
Which ones have you been to?
I've been to one called Exposed, which is pretty janky. It's in like Reseda, and it just, yeah, it's just the seats seem cheap. There's no cool
Hmm.
lights. There's no like this place has like cool like coffin sofas with those like bolts in them,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
like lights and like paintings and stuff, like curtains. It looks like the ones that I've been to. I feel like it's just like black chairs that you can't see anything on. Those little shitty tables to smoke cigarettes and put like your beer on, or not even a beer. You can't even drink. And I've been to one in Glendale. I haven't really been to too many. Just like mostly in Vegas is when I've been to strip clubs. I don't really partake too much.
That's fair. I mean, like,
That's most people probably.
it's supposed to be like, I mean, if you're a regular there, it's different. You know, if you have a
Yeah,
membership card,
yeah. I don't
you
really
just
know
go in there.
people that like go to strip clubs just to like kill time, or
To
just they have some like a day off. Like you don't really do that.
rack up points, and you're like, "Ah,
Dude, I'm just kind of surprised strip clubs don't have like reward systems yet. I haven't been in a while, so maybe they do. But like,
mhm.
maybe they have, yeah, like a lunch special, Acapulco, and and you get like a quick lap dance with your sandwich or something. Like they could.
I mean, everything needs like every business needs to reinvent itself every 20 years, right? So maybe that's the way.
Yeah, maybe that's it. That's how they're gonna change the game because they got to do something. It's a dying breed. I think some of these places they're closing down. We got to support small businesses.
What's good with you, dude? I talked about myself for about 47 minutes and
Yeah, we
got
have
my
like 10
verdict.
minutes to go here. I really got to make it count. Honestly, I've been like really busy, just working, which I know it sounds silly to say, but like, I've been doing like a mix of work from home and like commuting to Malibu and doing stuff. And so the last like 3 weeks, I've just been driving to Malibu every day at 8 o'clock in the morning. And you know what? I don't like it. I do like that I wake up normal times now, though. I will say this: before I was making it work where I could like go to bed super late, and I would end up going to bed like at like 1, 2 in the morning because I just wasn't tired, and then sleeping till like 9:30, and like that was kind of like my timeline. Now I'm like rising at like 6:30, and I'm just like up and I can't go to sleep anymore because I've been doing this for 3 weeks. But it's like these guys piss me off. You know, I would get up at 6:30. I would skip breakfast because I'm too lazy to get up any earlier and prepare. So I just get up, wash my face, you know, brush my teeth, put on some clothes, and I go. And I'm in Malibu by 8. And then it's like these guys don't show up until 10 o'clock. And I'm like, bro, why did you? And I don't know if it's me. Do you tell me? Am I being crazy? If they say, yeah, we're starting early like 8, and then they get there at 10, and I'm pissed because I'm like, you made me get up at 6:30 for this. Fuck you, dude. Right? But I feel like when I complain about this, people are like, yeah, all adults get up early. Like, why are you being so
Well,
upset? But I'm like,
if
no, like I could have slept until 8 and then driven over here and still had time.
Are they apologizing to you when they get there at
No,
10?
no. They're just like, oh yeah, you know, hey, like we're starting today at this time, and I'm like, excuse me. And the problem is that my Spanish isn't good enough to like rip somebody's head off and not be embarrassed about it. Like I can't burn somebody down in Spanish. Like I'm polite and just normal. You know, I don't have it
Dude,
in me.
you got 2 hours of them being late. Just go on Google Translate and really study it. Memorize the lines.
That's true. I can hand them a letter written and translated
Yeah.
into Spanish that I printed off with all that time.
No, you got to memorize it. You have 2 hours. Pinche pendejo. And
The
then
good
you
start.
start, yeah, and then
Yeah.
you just start saying, que hora es?
Yeah, that's hitting the critical. This is more like an outline we're doing here,
Yeah.
you know, and then we fill in the gaps. Yeah, you know, and it's like, here's the thing. I understand the struggle. A lot of these construction guys work far away, and they're driving like 2 hours to get here, and they're busting their ass all day. So it's like, I don't want to bitch them out or like tell their boss. So I'm just like cool, and I try to talk to them. But it started pissing me off, dude. You know, after like once we were on week 3, and these dudes are showing up at random hours, like today, they told me, hey, we're gonna leave for 2 hours, and then they just never came back. And I'm like, okay,
No,
I don't know
no,
what the
no, no,
fuck's
no.
going on.
That's it, dude. You should
Yeah.
say if we're starting at 8, and if you're
Yeah.
not here by 8:30, I'm leaving. This is on you.
I talked to the
You should do it.
contractors today. I talked to like the bosses and like was like, hey, bro, something's got to give here, dude. But anywho, so work's been busy, and honestly, I've just been coming back and like just playing that game that I tried to tease to everybody on the last show that nobody cared about, Deadlock. I've been degenerating that a little bit, but it's just like, you know, when you're working, bro, it's hard to do more sometimes. Like you just kind of want to veg out, and with all the commuting and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't
get
know.
it.
It feels good to be busy or whatever. It's fine.
Well, do you want to hear some fucked up news stories now that I'm back?
I do. I love the fucked up news story, as
All right.
always.
Here's one I got for you. Texas woman found engaging in bestiality with dog after husband's arrest for exposing himself to children.
What a headline. Okay.
Parents of the year. Joelle, 53, and William Michael Keene, 52, were arrested on March 27 after dozens of disturbing photos and videos were allegedly discovered on his phone. They allegedly included at least one video of Joelle engaging in multiple sex acts with the couple's Great Dane, the world's biggest dog breed. Police uncovered the video after confiscating her husband's phone after he was charged with indecent exposure on March 13th. The father of 2 who go by Mitchell was caught masturbating while following children around an H-E-B supermarket in Spring just outside Houston. H-Town, hold it down.
What a weirdo.
Further investigation led to him also being charged with indecency with a child by exposure and the discovery of the videos. The couple's home was raided by heavily armed police, and they were taken away in handcuffs while their 2 children, aged 18 and 10, and 3 dogs were rescued. We don't know what kind of environment they were exposed to on a regular basis. Maybe they weren't exposed to anything. Maybe they were exposed to a lot. Montgomery County Constable Lieutenant Ken Washington said. Mitchell is a former U.S. Navy sailor, and Joelle a family nurse at nearby Total Men's Primary Care until she was fired on Monday.
Damn.
Joelle was charged with bestiality, and Mitchell with possessing fewer than 100 images of child pornography, a third-degree felony. Some things don't change when you leave the country, dude.
Oh, no. Which one's worse?
Oh, it's the kids.
It's the kids. It's the kids. Good answer. But both are pretty bad, though. There's some fucked up roots in this family. Start over.
Okay, I mean, if we're gonna do that, like, is it really bad for the dog?
You know, I was thinking about that as you're reading this story, and I'm like, I don't think they like that. You know, I think that's uncomfortable for everybody. Like, I think sexual assault is bad even for animals, even though they just are like running on instinct. I still think it's weird because animals see us as like family members. You know, that's
Yeah.
fucked up, dude.
Like, I don't like. Was that in retaliation to him being arrested?
Like like you think she fucked his dog for like messing up the family and going to jail?
Yeah. Like, this is
That's
this
an
an
interesting approach.
am I the asshole moment on Reddit?
It could be, and this is one of those where everybody sucks here because there's no good answer. You know, this is
Am
pretty
I the
bad.
asshole for doing my Great Dane while my husband was caught expose himself in HEB?
Dude, and this guy just like following kids around the store jerking off. Like, how do
Yeah.
you get there? This is so fucked. How does that? But I also think like I don't know how these people. How long could you follow around a store, not chasing around a kid? How long do you think you could walk around a store with your dick out before somebody gets pissed at you and like confronts you? I don't think you can get through 2 aisles. To
You
be
know,
honest,
actually, I'm going to push back right there. I think you'll be fine if you're trying to buy soap or deodorant because no one is there to open the cases for you.
because they're locked up now.
They're locked up and they're always hidden
Isn't
and
that
far
so
away.
sad? I
So
go to Target now and all that stuff's locked. It's like, what the fuck's going on here?
yeah, and when you need someone, they tell you scan this thing here, and you don't know if it really went anywhere.
Yeah.
So
You
just
press this
whip it
button
out.
and like who knows what the hell happens.
Whip it out
Whip
and
it
see
out.
if anyone comes. Actually, it's probably the safest place to whip it out.
That's like when they say, you know, you want to get the most correct answer. You just put the wrong information on the internet, and somebody will like write a freaking story about why you're so wrong and tell you.
Yeah,
Same thing, I guess.
just do it. Does your girl like crime docuseries and documentaries about
No,
sad? No, she
no,
doesn't.
and I'm glad because honestly, I don't really like all that stuff. Like, she doesn't like how they've kind of like there's like this fetish for serial killers, and I sort of agree. Some of it is interesting. Like, I watched that show on Netflix about that like serial killer study and things that I thought was really good. I don't remember what it's called anymore, but I loved that show. But I don't do like all this true crime podcasts, and like people really spend a lot of time just listening to things about serial killers, you know?
People love this shit. The Guatemalan loves it too, and like I'll watch random things with her. And
Yeah.
the reason why I always get a kick out of watching these things is because the common theme here is the cops always fuck this up.
Yeah.
The cop like I
Just incompetence.
it's one thing when like a cop is racist and like they do something on the camera and it's okay, that's like these are very like in the moment things.
Yeah.
But to watch like detectives like constantly fuck up. There's this one thing
Just
we watched
wrong at
where-
every step of the way.
Yeah, there's this, like the cliff notes here. I think it was like I'm dating the devil or something. That's the name of the show.
I've
in
heard
the
of
different
that.
Episodes.
Yeah.
In episode 2, is like this chick who's like from like she looks Indian, but I don't think she's Indian, and she opens up a restaurant and she falls in love with this guy who's in the NYPD. He's like some Indian guy or something. And turns out he was impersonating cops. He was a CI. He was a fucking rat. And that was his connection to the cops. And they got together. They broke up. Like he was like, "What the fuck?" And he raped her. And like she pressed charges, right? And then it got to this whole thing where the CI had people say like, "Hey, I was robbed by this person impersonating a police officer." And he did like 3 different calls in 3 different days, and they identified her as the person, right?
Oh, wow.
And she goes to jail, and I'm just watching a documentary this episode, and she ends up spending about 273 days in prison because like no one believes her, and it's the saddest thing ever. And like
Yeah.
and it's like for the detectives and for all these people to fuck up, it's like, dude, how much of a screw up can you be at your job? Because like this happens like, I mean, granted, like these documentaries are like the crazy stories, but like
Yeah,
there has
they
to be so
cherry
much
pick 'em.
more of like incompetence where like the cops have to just pay out the person $2 million every time they fuck up.
Yeah, and then they don't get in trouble. They get a paid vacation, and they come back, and it's all good. Or they go to a different part of town or whatever. You know, I do think about like a lot of how many people that are in jail are innocent. Because, like, of course, right? They all say they're innocent, or many of them do. and nobody believes them. But it's like there are
Mm-hmm.
actually people that are rotting in jail for the rest of their lives that didn't do it, and there's nothing they can say to like convince people otherwise or change their situation. It's like
Mm-hmm.
that is wild to me, man. And then you see this video on Reddit of them that after like 50 years and some weird forensic evidence, they're set free with like, you know, $1 million in their pocket, and they're supposed to like piece it back together. You know, these
Yeah.
dudes have been in jail before. Like they went to jail when we were listening to cassette tapes. You know what I mean? Like they're fucked, man. They can't figure this
Hey,
stuff out.
you're you're going from your Discman to an iPhone 15 Pro Max,
Yeah. They don't
and you're
know
like,
for airdrop, you know? They're lost.
what happens? I don't know. Is
I'd love to follow
it,
those people around and see how they react acclimate to society.
y-
It seems hard.
you know what we should do? Like when someone gets out of prison for that long, we should put them in a self-driving car.
Just like they won't even know what's real or not anymore.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, if we're gonna do prank shows, let's do it on people who are convicts who just get out, right? So
Easy
here's my
target.
pitch. Here's my pitch. Someone will be sitting in the Waymo self-driving car, obviously not driving it, but sitting in the driver's seat to pick up the now reformed person. And then the person who's driving said car, quote unquote driving, will say, "Hey, I need to stop for some cigarettes. I'll be right back in 3 minutes. Just watch my car." And then all of a sudden, the car starts driving by itself. How fun would
What are
that
they gonna
be?
do? Yeah, just get it on tape, and it's gold. I think. You know, you really
I
want
like
to
that.
twist it up on them. You can put somebody in the back seat, or they have somebody walk out that's like talking to some weird device, or has some weird like hologram or something. I mean, you could think of any ridiculous future tech you want to throw at these people. They'll probably buy it. You know, VR goggles, whatever. Because I don't know. I don't know what they have access to. They have the internet in there, I guess. But it's like, are they using this stuff every day? I don't know. It's tough.
What do they know?
It's a good question. They have books. I've seen stories about people becoming lawyers in jail. I mean, there's information in there, but you got to want it, you know? I think if you're wrongfully convicted of a crime like 60 years ago, you're like, man, fuck it, dude. You know, they're probably like way past that.
I know.
Mm.
You're like, I would be really upset if I was wrongfully accused and put in prison.
Yeah, you're trying to tell
I
your
think
family, like, hey, I didn't do it.
this
Nobody
might be a
believes you.
controversial take, but I wouldn't like that.
No, that sounds bad to me.
And the fact that she was in there for about 180 days, I'm like,
That's a long time. That's not like, you know, your life's over, but it's a pretty long time. That's like
did you
6
put the,
months.
did you put the story? And I want to wrap up on like not so sad story. I'll save the other super sad one for later. But did you put this toddler gets drunk?
Toddler gets drunk at restaurant. I did. You want me to read it?
Yeah, dude.
I don't know if I don't think it's sad. Headline is Toddler mistakenly served alcohol at Selena's restaurant. A Hollister family is urging parents to be cautious after their 2-year-old daughter was mistakenly served alcohol at a Selena's restaurant, resulting in a trip to the emergency room. The family was at a large family dinner at a local Selena's restaurant, Fujiyama Japanese restaurant, putting their name on blast. There it is.
Damn, dude.
When their 2-year-old was mistakenly served alcohol, the parents ordered apple juice from their daughter's drink, but it was not until later when their daughter started showing signs of intoxication that they realized the juice cup she had been drinking had house-made cooking wine in it instead. It was then served inside a normal juice cup with the lid. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary until later when she became, alarming. Apparently, she was swaying, she was falling over, leaning on walls. She couldn't hold her head up, and she was slurring her words. Trip to the emergency room, kind of scary. But I think
Yeah.
this is sort of like when people go to the dentist or something and they're all fucked up on, painkillers or whatever. And you just have to get a video of it and have a good time. She'll be okay.
Yeah. You know what I think the mistake was when they ordered off the menu, the item that they ordered for her was sippy sippy long time.
That should have been their first sign.
That should that should have been it. That's just kind of like I can see the misunderstanding.
Apparently, the wine was stored inside of a large container labeled apple juice. So that's another mistake. I think that one's probably on the restaurant.
Well, my thought was like house cooking wine. I think it's fucked up that you would serve house cooking wine, like the cooking wine to anybody.
At least give
Kid,
them, yeah.
Yeah, you give them a Chardonnay.
Something decent.
Like my thought process is like, hey, like to put the right amount of cooking wine, we put it in the sippy cup because it spills in a little bit of like a
Mm.
controlled way, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how it was. But when you say that they had it in the container that says apple juice, that's a fuck up on the restaurant.
That's a fuck up. It's like, but I do, in a weird way, I do have like a desire to see a drunk 2-year-old. I just don't know what that looks like, and that would be funny. You ever seen a video of those drunk birds, like or drunk squirrels and stuff? They'll eat fruit that's like fermented, and they're just like totally just hammered, dude. And it's pretty
Yeah,
funny. Like I think they survive, so it's
yeah,
funny.
yeah. In the chat, baby was asking for a cigarette. Give me a cigarette. Let's fucking
Let me
go.
bum a smoke. Smokes. Poor kid. I think she
Yeah,
recovered just fine though, so the story is okay.
yeah. I
She's back.
mean, hey man, like I think all 2-year-olds are drunk.
They are a little bit, you know? They're all
Like
acting crazy anyway.
when you like drunk people and kids are the same thing, which is you'll see 2-year-olds and adults are drunk throw tantrums. You'll see 2-year-olds and adults start crying when they don't get their way, and you'll start seeing them attack people when they're drunk.
The booze brings us back to our base form, Stage
Yeah.
1. The
Well,
baby, I don't know if this is like a boring baby, but I think it is kind of, yeah, it would be kind of hard to tell the difference between your baby and a drunk baby because they're always tipping around. When's the last time you seen a 2-year-old that was perfectly balanced?
I know they're
They're
always
not.
flipping around and
Running somewhere
doing.
and leaning on something. They just do that. So
Did, did you used to throw tantrums as a kid?
probably. I don't know. I think that I was kind of a spoiled brat until like, I don't know, until I was like in probably like 6th grade or something, maybe. I always feel like I was pretty well adjusted, but I'm an only child, so it's hard to tell. Like that, we always come out a little weird, but people have told me I'm normal for an only child, so I don't know. I'd have to ask my mom.
You
I'm
don't
sure
remember
sometimes.
throwing tantrums in the store
Not
for something?
really. Do you
Really?
remember like I'm throwing a tantrum now?
I can
I
probably think
don't.
of 2 times where I threw a tantrum for something.
I don't remember that at all. Like I
I
don't.
remember being at KB Toys
Oh
and
yeah.
I wanted a Super Nintendo game. I don't know if it was Dennis the Menace or something, but like Dennis the Menace comes to mind, and I started crying and screaming, and I'm pretty sure my dad said okay, and then he spanked me essentially.
Did
I
he take
was
you to the bathroom or he just did it right then and there?
it probably took me to a corner,
Yeah, I
and
think you got to get a little coverage. Isn't that
yeah,
funny?
and that was like no, that's how if you're gonna act like that, then I'll give you something to cry about. I had
Yeah,
to be careful because
classic
I didn't want to say
response.
he roughed me up like he'd start throwing haymakers to the body.
Yeah.
Like he didn't do that. Uh,
I think people still
but
go to the bathroom to beat their kids. I think that's like a thing. I know like people used to do that. If you see a crying baby come out of the bathroom, their parents just took them in there and beat their ass a little bit, dude. For whatever reason, could be anything.
yeah, feel good moment.
Yeah, family bonding.
All right. Well, hey, I think that's a good place to end.
Yeah.
You got some time for like 10 minutes of pillow talk?
Yeah, I do. I think so. We
All right.
10 minutes max. I do have a little bit of business to attend to in the other room, but we could do a little bit.
All right. Well, hey, where can they find us then?
You guys, Weird to Live and Talk in LA. You can find us live every Wednesday at 7:30 on Twitch and YouTube. We're also on social media. Give us some love on TikTok and Instagram, and you can find these recordings every Friday wherever you get your podcasts. Show us some love.
Shit. And then To Live and Talk in LA does Nolans this week. So me and you and the boys, Javi and the gang, we going out
We're
there,
out
dude.
there. It's gonna be sick, dude.
It's gonna be fucking tight. All right, man. We'll be back next week, podcasters, and stick around for Pillow Talk if you're on. We'll be on for 8 minutes. Peace.
Bye, y'all. Oh,
Look
dude,
at
we
that.
we missed somebody in the YouTube chat. Alex Nale.
Oh my god.
Do you know that person? They said
Yeah.
yo, and then they put a bunch of laughing emojis. That's nice. Ariana
Yeah.
said hi in the chat. I said hi back, but
Oh.
I didn't see Alex until right now. That's a bummer.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
hey, dude. We see him in spirit.
We love people showing
Is
up
it-
and giving us emojis.
Stand up, dude.
That's right.
You know what? You know what? The Guatemalan had the gall to ask my mom.
What?
I just thought about it right now. She asked if I was planned or if I was an oopsie baby.
Oh wow, that is an interesting question.
I don't. That's if I died today, I wouldn't be. If I was on my deathbed, I could have gone my whole life without knowing.
Yeah, I don't
The
know if I
answer.
really care. You know,
Yeah.
what was?
Like,
What, do you want to share the answer, or is that private?
it was an oopsie.
Oh well, hey, but you know what? Here you are, a valued member of society, so it all worked out.
Yeah, shit on my chest. That's talking about that. That's valued member of society.
That's true.
The best part about that was like there was no amp up to that or ramp up to that, which was like, hey, like I'm gonna ask this question. It just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, they weren't talking
And
about like how your siblings and their names and all of them or something. It was just bam.
I was like, oh, well, now I know, and I didn't think I needed to know, but hey, now I know.
Was mom caught off guard, or was she just like sly and just answered the question? How was the response?
Dude, cool as the other side of the pillow. Didn't he
Nice.
like, just like yeah.
It happens. Accident. Accidental baby. We're not recording anymore. You stopped recording, right?
Wait, no, yeah, for the podcast it's over.
Oh yeah, accents are for pillow talk. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. For this
Wow.
baby who doesn't play defense. That's that's my best Filipino accent. What's your best Mexican accent?
I don't know. I feel like it's easy to go to like cholo, like whatever they would say. I don't really like doing Mexican accent. I feel like I'm ripping on my own peeps, dude.
Well, if you can't rip on your own people, who can?
Yeah, that's true. Here's the thing. I think like the Mexican American accent kind of drives me nuts, dude. So I don't like to hear it, But and that sounds mean, but it's like the other day I was at a concert, not the other day, like probably 2-3 weeks ago, and my friends. It's funny, my friends were. There was this girl who was by herself. I think I told you about her, or I told maybe on the show, and I was hoping my friends would like engage and kind of chat. I was trying to set up like the culture of talking together and kind of us hanging, and then a dude kicked a cockroach at us and he fucked up the whole vibe. But she didn't say a word, and then when she did, she kind of sounded like this and was talking like Mexican, American accent, and I was just like, oh fuck, dude, I don't like it, not for me. Not that I was looking for me, but I was just like, I don't even want my girlfriends or my boyfriends my friends to hook up with this chick, that my friends that are dudes, because I'm like, I don't want to be hearing this all the time, dude. I can't.
Yeah.
I
You don't want
can't.
your boyfriends there. I get it.
I don't want my boyfriends hanging out with this girl, being girlfriends with this girl.
The Guatemalan texts me right now. She's like, you should test the AC to see if you can hear it. You can hear it, but you want to
Try
this
it.
is a behind the scenes.
I
You
can't
wanna
hear
it?
anything right now.
Well, right now.
Can't hear a thing. It sounds great, dude. One of our good friends from the olden days, from the Shokes, said, "What's wrong with Mark? Is he sick?"
Dude, I'm sweating.
No, he's hot.
Yeah, dude, it's hot. Like, that's the AC. Like, I don't have it. I can't run.
Can't we just get a fan right on the right under your camera that's just constantly glistening on you and fanning?
I don't know. Like, I mean, like, I can probably put something like the
Or like
faces of me
something,
from
yeah,
down
that
low.
doesn't hit the mic maybe, but that's,
Yeah.
I don't know. We got to figure out something for you. I'm worried about you, dude.
Well, I mean, like, summer's almost over.
We
It's
used to
just
podcast in sweaters.
Yeah, I know. That was like the thing.
Remember that?
It's very seasonal. When you watch the show, you'll know. Like, if we ever become big, then we'll have like a studio or something like that. Right now,
Yeah.
like, I gotta sit at home and like this microphone is so good, it picks up everything. It picks up it picks up the train. When
It's funny though, because I thought the good mics are just supposed to pick up like the cone shape right here. Like it tunes in.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like, no, it's not a setting thing, but it's like my old mic had 3 different switches, and it would pick up a different direction depending on what you did. And it's
Yeah.
like this mic, if I talk over here, you can't really hear as much, versus like right here where it's on.
Yeah.
Because mine doesn't pick up a train.
Let me speak into the shaft.
My
right
AC
here.
is loud as fuck, and it's like the polar pattern. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, there's different ones. There's
Mhm.
dynamic ones. There's conical ones or something. I don't know. I don't remember anymore. But we gotta
Oh,
check it
that's
out,
right.
man.
The sound guy in the chat. Ollie boy, what up? This guy knows sound.
Yeah, man. There it is. Look, omnidirectional. You don't want that. You
Yeah.
want that cardioid one.
This is the mic that Joe Rogan and all of them use.
Yeah.
So like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I mean, when it becomes November and December, it's gonna get fucking cold, and I'll be wearing 3 layers, and that's how it is. It just
Yeah.
the podcast is very seasonal.
Yeah, you've
I'm
got that
sweating like
Shure
shit.
mic. The Shure is like the best one. That's what everybody gets. So it's just kind of
Yeah.
funny. I don't know. I don't know if there's setup for that. I wouldn't mind if we ever get a studio set up. I really want to go high tech because I love cables and plugging things into things and stuff. So we can get into it. You know,
Well,
hard
I mean,
from a
how about
distance.
this, Ollie boy? Like, what can I do to have an AC running in here? I feel like there's no answer for that. The sure will pick it up. I think I need a fan at the other side of the room that will just start being oscillating. That's the word. Ooh, word of the day, oscillating.
That is a good one. I'm actually looking at this. I shouldn't be doing this right now, but I'm looking because I am curious, like why it's grabbing everything.
Because shit's so tight, bro.
Yeah, it's just a dope mic, I guess, dude. Oh, there's like a whole app for this. Have you done this? There's a whole app for your mic where you can tune in. There's all these settings and shit, dude.
The
There's an
Shure mic.
equalizer. Yeah, there's like a blend thing and like this crossover EQ stuff. And I don't know, man. Just
In the
saying.
chat, he's saying it might be the gain.
Could be the gain. If your gain's cranked up, maybe it's like fighting to pick up stuff in the back.
But like, as someone who has massive gains, like, is
Isn't that a good thing?
Isn't that a good thing? Like, I don't know. Like,
Well, hey, something to think about. I'm gonna send you the user guide doc. I'm gonna put it in our notes. Oh, I closed it already, so that you can check this out. This is for you.
all right. Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I can't type right now at the same time. Are you
what-
pumped for this trip, dude, or what? Because like, do you know what we're doing? Because I don't. Do we know, or is it a surprise? Is that what people do?
No, Javi has it all planned out.
He does.
So there's their first night we're supposed to just go gamble, and
Is
then
there? Oh, is there gambling there?
there's a casino.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna play 3-card Monty's with the slickback Lamar the pimp, who's gonna rob us of our money. It's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
But like, no, there's a casino. I think it's a Harris casino. And then I think at some point we're gonna do a spooky tour.
A graveyard tour
Yeah, where we're
or a
gonna,
voodoo? Because that's what I wanted.
I don't know if it's voodoo. It's haunted.
They do
Ooh,
like
my
a
God.
haunted, like yeah, they do like cemetery tours there, which I was
Yeah.
very interested in, but I didn't know if the boys would want to do that. That's awesome.
Ask Javi.
Well, yeah.
Like-
I feel like it's a lot to plan, and it's like there's this group chat, and there's a lot of questions. I didn't want to trouble him, you know. I just figured I would show up and just have a you know an adequate amount of different clothes that I can do stuff in, and just we'll figure it out, you know.
And then you're gonna be the guy that just shoots back, like, well, actually, I think we can do this.
Yeah, I don't want to be like, because I think planning shit is annoying, and I don't want to give him my input because I just want him to be able to plan what he wants and thinks is fun without like a bunch of feedback. Sometimes it's annoying. Like I don't. We're just gonna go. You guys will be fine. You know what I mean? It's kind of I think the mentality here. We're all pretty chill.
In to juxtapose that situation with a mutual friend of ours, she had she was maid of honor, and she had a 35-page keynote presentation of what to expect, of like the itinerary broken down to the day and the time.
Isn't that
I
so
was like,
funny?
That's like the total chick move.
That
right?
was a chick. That is a chick bachelorette planning
Yeah.
thing. Like, I've talked to people about this. Like, oh, you know, where are you going? Because for work, I've been like, hey, I got to bounce tomorrow, whatever. And I tell them where I'm going. Like, oh, great. What are you doing? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna like hang around and drink and stuff. And they're like, what? And I'm like, I don't know. It's a bachelor party. Like, we're just gonna like get fucked up and roam around. I don't know. Like, we're gonna eat
Yeah.
and just look at stuff. I have no idea. And they're like, okay. When it's guys, they're like, oh, okay, cool. When it's women, not all of them, of course, but a few of them have been like, Really? You guys have no plan? You have no idea? I'm just like, yeah, dude. We're gonna have fun. It's fine.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is, dude.
That's how we do.
I prefer it that way. Like if Javi were to be all schedule Karen, I'm like, okay, that's your let's do it. But this is more like, but he planned things. Like
He
there are
did.
things
Sounds
he
like
planned,
it.
and he's mentioned it, and I just said, do
Cool.
what I trust you. Like I don't care. Like
He's a
like,
fun guy. He'll plan some
yeah,
cool shit. You already know. You're
it's
in
gonna
good
be
hands.
it's gonna be like macrame and
I just don't like
underwater
when stuff
basket
is
weaving.
over planned. You know what I mean? When stuff is like over planned and like you're running from place to place, I don't really like that. Like, cause I imagine we're gonna be like buzzed, and that just like extends everything. And I like a little sleep in time. You
Yeah.
know, at least a couple days. Like, I want to be able to like, we're out and about and then sleep in until like 9:30, 10.
Mhm.
I don't want to be getting up early to go fishing at 6 in the morning or something. Like, I'm not doing that. Or the gym.
Yeah. Hey, my man, it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
A lot of
that's pretty
pictures
sick,
and all
dude.
these things to do.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Let's call. I have to pack.
No, I packed yesterday.
Okay.
Just one duffel bag and a backpack because, might as well. I'm feeling pretty good. I think I've got everything.
Good for you. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have a check-in.
You're checking in a bag? You're checking a bag?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, I wasn't going to check a bag. Can we?
It'll be easier that
I
way.
guess you can, yeah.
I-
We
I'd
need more
rather bring-
stuff.
I'd rather bring extra clothes than under anyway. So
Yeah, that's true. We'll see. Well, you have extra clothes, so I can always borrow some if I need something.
same underwear
right.
too.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. That's how you make good friends. You gotta share. All right, man. Well, hey, dude. I'll see you in the morning when we get our flight together.
Yeah.
All right. Later,
End the
guys.
chat. All right. Later, Twitch.